This is the original Sony A7 from 2013. But how good is it today? It is the first photo-style full-frame mirrorless camera from Sony. And it has a massive 24 megapixel sensor with interchangeable lenses. And when we take a look at the build quality, it still feels very nice. You can actually see that this is a pretty compact camera. The grip here on the side isn't that big, so that means it doesn't feel that great. Especially when you hold it for a longer period of time, it isn't the best grip. But what is nice is that you do have all these manual controls on here. So you have this front dial, but also one here on the back. You have a mode dial. Here the option to change the exposure, and on the back all the buttons. So in terms of the body, it definitely feels like a Sony RX10, but then with the full frame sensor and interchangeable lenses. And the build just feels very good. You have a multi-interface shoe here on the top, so you can attach an external microphone, and on the side you have a microphone port, but also a headphone jack and a micro USB port for charging. It also has a micro HDMI port, so that isn't great. And the record button is here in a very annoying position on the side, so it's also pretty difficult to hit that record button. But I like all the dials that you have, so you can quickly adjust the manual settings. It also has a nice electronic viewfinder. The quality of the electronic viewfinder still looks very nice today, so you can clearly see the picture. And with this camera you can obviously shoot in fully automatic, but it also has fully manual mode, aperture priority, shutter priority, so you can really use this camera to your liking. It's just that this camera is not meant for video. But first let's take a look at the photo quality, and I was using the standard 28-70mm kit lens, which goes from f3.5 to f5.6. You can get these lenses for about 100 euros, or if you buy this camera sometimes you see them with this lens included. And then when we take a look at the photo quality, you still get that full frame look. So you can get a very nice blurry background and capture a lot in the frame. So you can still get a very nice blurry background, and this one has about a 3 times zoom, I think, and that zoom is still enough to get a little bit of a different angle. And as you can see, the photos still look really nice. They have a lot of detail, and even with this standard basic kit lens, the results can still look very good with a nice amount of background blur because of the f3.5 aperture. And then you can also zoom in to get a little bit more reach. And I really like the colors of this original Sony A7. It has a nice contrasty look, but the autofocus isn't that fast, so sometimes you need to wait a little bit. It's completely fine if you half press and then wait for a few seconds and then fully press to take a picture, but it's nowhere near as fast as the newest cameras. And that's especially noticeable in video, so when you're shooting videos, the autofocus can just be very slow. For the low light capabilities, you think a full frame sensor will do very good in low light, but it's not as good as newer technologies. So my APS-C camera, the ZV-E10, has much better low light performance compared to this original A7. It also doesn't have any built-in image stabilization. The sensor is fixed in its position, which means that you don't have anything to stabilize the image. And when we take a look at the video quality, it's okay, but it's nothing amazing. You can see that it has a decent amount of detail and you can get an okay image out of it, but it's just not that sharp anymore, so you don't have a very sharp image. And the video should completely be fine for example, YouTube, but it's not meant for any professional work. Whereas the photo quality is still so good that you can still use this camera professionally. And when we take a look at the battery life, that's also one downside, and that is because it's using the MPFW50 batteries, which are very small. So that means that you might want to carry around 2 or 3 batteries, because with these batteries you get about an hour, maybe less than an hour of video shooting, and then you need to change the battery. So should you get the original Sony A7 today? Well, actually, if you are just using a camera for photos and you really want the full frame sensor, then yes, this can still be a good option for photography, because as you can see, the photo results still look very, very nice. And you have all these manual controls, so you can quickly adjust the settings. But just keep in mind that it's not the newest camera, so the autofocus won't be the best, the battery life isn't that amazing, and also this grip is kind of small. And it's also definitely not meant for video, so if you do any kind of video work, don't get this camera. But what do you think of the Sony A7? Let me know in the comments down below, and thank you so much for watching.